And we are live?
Yes, we are.
Why have my screen hasn't gone? Woo, there we go, finally. All right.
There.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can see stuff now. Awesome. Wow, eight people already. Welcome everybody. Ah, what a fun week. What a fun last week. I Nenny's just kind of been picked to be the previous week's storyteller because he listens to the previous week's session before we roll into this. So, while Nenny is telling his story, I gotta do something.
Thank you for the resub, Nenny.
Woo. Gotta help out. Not just me. Thank Chicago Dave also.
And Dave.
Woo woo. All right. So while Dennis is getting us ready for our fantastic session, those of you watching, thank you for joining us again on our fantastic adventures. We have the Wolf Pack, and they've just recently finished what took a few weeks in a quest that we had. We were sent to go and find some ancient monks who had some relics of the past that are going to help us on our mission. In doing that, we climbed. We took way too long to solve some puzzles. Climbed to the top of a mountain, went into a floating staircase, and then into a building. And within that building, there were 4 things that we had to do to enable us to finalize the quest. And we had to gather 4 shards of a golden egg, a magical golden egg. So we proceeded to stumble through a couple of those. Some of them we went smoothly, some of them not so smoothly. We played in the dark for a little bit. We may or may not have toasted some of our allies while also defeating some baddies. And then we tiptoed through acid. We fell right straight into that one. And I know we've talked about that a little bit. Fought some demons. We died, multiple of us. Nenny died, Theron died, Godorak died, and Kyrus survived in solving one of the puzzles. And then finally we, with those 3 shards, were able to open up a secret door to the basement of this building. In that basement of that building, we fought Godorak's worst enemy, rust monsters, and a ton of them. And so Godorak, with his ingenuity, what?
And a giant one, not okay.
And a giant one, a giant one that fell basically on top of Godorak. Through an ingenious use of firewall, we were able to put most of the rust monsters away from us while we also fought a baby beholder. And after defeating them and the rest of the rust monsters, Theron got his butt handed to him last session. He was flying in the air and got captured by, what was the name of that beast?
A roper.
A roper hanging from the ceiling caught him and Spike. Pretty much, Theron got raped by the roper. He did. He got
hentai.
he got grabbed and bit, and then he got free, and then he got grabbed, and Spike got bit and disappeared. And then Symbir, in his exhaustion, finally caught up to the rest of the team and had an amazing shot that took out the beast. And it tumbled down 50 feet right on top of Theron, who it was holding, and just smashed him. So Theron got very beat up. After that, we played around in this magical circle that apparently was there just to distract us before we finally made our way back to the baby beholder, cut it open, and found the last shard. When we proceeded up the stairs to put the last shard in the egg, we were transported to a battlefield. On one side of the battle, there were many elves. On the other side of the battle, there were many humans. And there were a couple of people on our team who recognized certain family members on either side of the battle. And that's where we ended.
Oh, is that where we ended?
That is where we ended.
All right.
Whoa.
That is what you see.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Whoops.
Huh.
And there we are, just chilling in the middle.
Right in the middle of it all.
Hold on, I want
How
to get.
how far apart are they? Like how far away are each of them?
It's pretty tight. They're basically each square is 10 by 10 instead of 5 by 5. So they've been kind of slowly marching,
It's about 3
and you've heard the drums, you've heard the trumpets, you're hearing the horses, many of the horses. You are all out there. To the east, you can see the elves, the garbs, 4 very large ballista mounted with large constructs. Xavier knows who they are, what they are. He's seen them guard the palace. To the west is all of the humans. A lot of infantry, a lot of cavalry, and a hell of a ton of archery. Kyrus knows what his mother's generals prefer to do in combat. It is literally 2 monsters ready to unleash hell upon each other, and you guys are stuck smack dab in the middle.
Perfect.
Kyrus. What do we, Xavian?
My dad
What should
has
we do?
never listened to me as I hold up my prosthetic limb. Obviously.
Hey, little drummer boy, can you give us a beat? Let's get the mood going.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Make it a
who's-
relaxing one. I need
Hey,
to take a
hey,
nap.
Kyrus, whose side are we on here?
Yeah, Dennis, do we see any like leader figures or peeps?
Tends to our parents.
So, on the elven side, you definitely do notice a leader that's kind of out there. They're wearing bright, kind of topaz, shiny armor that's there. On the human side, there are leaders moving amongst the troops. Kyrus recognizes a couple of them.
Iris, do you have a banner that you can fly?
Yeah, so Dennis, super quick, I will grab my amulet of the devout,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to use its last charge to recover a spell,
Okay.
and I cast Find Steed.
Okay.
By the way, have we ever talked about which side we're on?
You're okay. Hold on. Yeah, I've got this planned out.
Okay, sorry. I'll shut up.
I give the nod to Nenny and Xavian just to follow my lead. And then Dennis, I cast Find Steed.
Okay.
So that comes in as a big, dope-looking celestial warhorse.
Okay.
Where is my last? Where are we at?
Good catch, Nenny.
And yeah, so Den, I pull off my cloak, like off my armor, off my epaulets,
Okay.
right? And wrap it around my sword to where about half of it hangs off,
Okay.
right? And the rest is kind of bound to make sure it's tight so it'll flop a bit in the breeze.
Okay.
Mount my horse. Whisper to Nenny to make me look good.
Okay.
Prestidigitation. And he looks better than he ever has.
I point at little drummer boy
Okay.
because I need to be inspired.
Okay.
And then I start to ride, Den.
All right.
Ooh.
Are you leaving? You're leaving the group behind, and you're taking off. I'm assuming west.
I'm gonna ride towards these guys.
Your mom's troops.
No, these are
That's your
Wait.
mom's side. That's your mom's side.
Is that the
Oh.
elven side or the human side?
That's the
these
left.
guys.
Left.
Mm-hmm.
The ones with the constructs are the elves.
Yeah,
You see
who are the
ballistas?
ballistas?
That's the elves.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
east.
Yeah, I'm running these guys.
Yeah, so you're going to your mom's your house.
No. I need to go, Dennis. I need to go to the bad guys, the humans.
Oh,
The humans are the good guys. The elves are the bad guys.
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
Kyrus did think it was the other way around.
Now I'm like so confused. Wait, all the elves are bad elves?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And
Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna go recruit us a bunch of fucking Legolases.
hopefully.
Okay, so Dan, I'm gonna then book it towards, I guess, these guys over here.
Okay.
And there are no apparent generals.
There are a lot of sergeants of the guard, a lot of captains. You don't see a general here yet.
That's fine. I'm gonna race up and down this line from here,
Okay.
down through towards here, flashing Hyperion's blade with the white flag on it, and trying to get them to stop.
Okay. They're taken aback, and one of the captains kind of look up, and they're shocked, and they're like, "We're Kyrus. Where have you come from?"
So when I'm about here, Dennis, probably, I don't know, what is that, 60 feet, 70
Yeah.
feet from them?
Yeah, you're
And that,
you're right where you're at right now. That's Godorak, by the way. We're in a
oh yeah, I'm moving Godorak, sorry.
Did you want
Josh.
Xavier to come up with you, or you're going all by your lonesome?
Yeah, you can come. I mean, if you want to look cool,
where you're at right now. You're 70 feet away.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
Yep.
That's perfect. I'm going to yell. I think if that's going to work, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get close, and then I 100% break out the big, booming, sexy King Kyrus voice. And at the top of my lungs say, I am Prince Kyrus of the Two Bloods, firstborn of King Comgan and Queen Sicily, and therefore I am heir to the thrones of Navreen and Navreen. I am the avatar of Kyrus, the destroyer, the wielder of Hyperion's blade, and the only man on this field who has entered the Nine Hells, slayed scourges of fiends, and returned to stand before you. Now, I offer two things. And the first is that I am the only man on this field who has the right to command you, by virtue of the old gods. And second, because I am the only man worthy enough to unite these two kingdoms without bloodshed. Why should any of you men die? Because these sovereigns act like children. Your blood should be shed only in the service of your gods, or better yet, not shed at all. That you should die fat, happy, and drunk, watching your grandchildren scamper around your holdings. And this is my offer. You will join my companions and I, fuse these tyrants, and we will unite these kingdoms under a new banner, a new crown, and under a new age of prosperity. Or you can stand against us and you will meet your gods this very day, clothed in shame and defined by defeat. We are the Wolf Pack, and we have come to end this struggle. You will either render aid or perish, and I leave that choice to you now. And then, Dennis, I'll wheel away and go back and repeat almost the exact same thing to the elves. Or I mean to the men.
Okay.
Then, Nenny is by him, making sure he looks and sounds amazing.
Okay.
But he's also keeping an eye on anybody who might have a twitchy finger and send an arrow his way. On either side.
The elves stay the field. The humans, as you get there and you finish your speech, several of the captains come up. Lord
And yeah,
Kyrus,
so Dan, I'm going to wheel away and then just come back to the middle to wait and see who wants to parlay.
and the humans, the captains walk up to you.
Elves.
Lord Kyrus, General Rondar would love and wants to talk with you. He is at camp awaiting you.
Excellent. Let him know that we may be able to parlay depending on what the elves decide.
I will need him to give me the order to stand down, but we will not progress any further across the field.
Good. I'm asking that we just simply wait.
I think what Lord Kyrus would like is you to send a runner to your general guy. I can't remember his name, but will you
General
have him,
Rondar?
Rondar. Yeah, can General Rondar come here to talk to Lord Kyrus?
He would prefer you to visit him.
That sounds like an assassination attempt. I'm just here to point out when is a good time to kill people.
And he knows because he's an assassin.
I thought he was a spy.
I think he's bold.
Tomato, tomato. It depends on what you want me to do.
Which, by the way, it's tomato.
Good point.
True.
It's a really good point. It's a really, really good point. I'm much too tired to argue about the phonetics and etymology.
Tomato.
Wow. Battle didn't cycle through. Okay. Music didn't cycle itself through.
Yeah, Den. So hopefully these guys have at least stopped now.
Oh, they've stopped.
If not, yeah, okay. Because if not, like, I will 100% charge them.
It's more about confusion than anything else.
Right.
Good.
It's not that. I mean, who the hell rides up on a celestial steed demanding surrender with a one-armed, metal-armed elf and a halfling monk?
I believe he called himself Kyrus of Two Bloods.
Yeah.
It's
Is that
true.
an alligator?
Nope.
Josh is showing everybody the line of men as well as the line of elves.
That's just one of those wonderful constructs you guys have fought before.
This thing?
Yeah.
That's
We
not an
fought one of
alligator?
these?
Nope.
No.
It's a construct that we fought before.
It's an alligator as far as we know.
Just in front of the just behind the other construct you guys have fought before.
Yeah, I've seen this. I remember
Yeah.
that thing.
I can't believe
do
the
not
elves are the
remember
bad
this
guys.
thing.
Seems to me.
These
Your
look like
father's
They're such
always been,
dicks.
your dad's always been the bad guy.
It's
They
true.
are dicks.
They're
Hashtag
dicks.
daddy issues.
Elves are
Oh.
dicks.
So Kyrus, are we just waiting here, or are we going to go and see General R?
I assume this is General what's his face?
Rondar.
No,
Rondar.
you're on the
No,
other
he's-
side. Those are the elves.
Yeah.
He's in the
Oh,
camp.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
The General Rondar's on the human side.
The side without the creepy.
Dennis, are they still sounding like they're just confused still?
They're a little confused. They're
Oh,
reordering
cavalry.
ranks and they're getting there, but the charges have never. It's been just general, just kind of moving towards each other and kind of
Reluctant.
they're waiting for somebody to
They're probing.
basically just kind of
Skirmishing.
the phrase "whites of their eyes" is what they're waiting for, right? That's what they're waiting for. But the
Do I
humans,
recognize anybody in like these ranks? Anybody that I would just relatively know?
no, they're general soldiers. You would have never hung out with them. They've gone through, since you've been gone. They've, some of the guys of that you've seen, the captains, the sergeants, most of the guys that are in the NCO or officer area around here with these guys of or have not fought alongside but trained alongside.
So, and on the elf side, when Xavian was backing Kyrus up, were there people that recognized Xavian? I assume.
Yeah. That's kind of what's got him confused even more is the fact you're there. The wizards that are on the field and the druids that are on the field and the leader, their bees are in a bonnet.
So when he gave his spell, when he gave his little spiel too, I'm going to call them to come parlay as well. and let him know that I'm backing my brother 100%.
The elves.
They don't send anyone out, Dennis. Like, I'll rewrite that thing and say almost that exact same speech in Elvish.
Yeah, they're just kind of staying, man. They're not. They've stopped. They're not moving forward right now, but they're not sending anybody out.
Okay, perfect. I tell the guy from the human side, right, who's asked us to go meet with the general.
Yep.
To wait a minute. I'll ride to here-ish, and then dismount.
Okay.
Hey, Dan, while this is happening, I'm just going to kind of prop myself up on my halberd and start taking a short rest.
Okay.
Good call, Josh. Dan, I'm literally going to walk up and get as close as I can. I don't look threatening. Obviously, my sword is up. I've got the white flag up. Yada, blah, 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 blah. I'm literally going to stare one of these dudes in the eyes and say, go and retrieve a commander that we can have a discussion.
He just points to the gentleman you were talking to. That's our captain.
Captain, you have my request.
And the general has requested you to visit him in his quarters.
That sounds awesome. Until then, either of you will progress any further on this field this day.
Until my general orders me to move forward again, I am staying right here.
Ben,
I think it sounds fantastic.
Kyrus is talking to the elves right now, right?
Yeah.
No, he's talking to the humans.
No.
I think he wants to be talking to the elves.
Yeah, I want to be talking to the elves.
Oh, the elves.
These
don't
guys
engage with you.
The what? The elves what?
Will not engage with you in conversation at all.
Hey.
Like, but they've stopped moving.
Yeah, they've stopped moving. They're confused, man. They're the prince of the kingdom.
Right.
Was next to you.
Perfect.
I'm backing you.
Yeah.
Oh, Xavier,
And
will
he-
you talk to the elves?
Yeah,
Well, he can. Just him being there. He just did.
yeah. I
okay.
basically voiced my support as he was going and walking the line.
They're some of them are confused. The wizards that are over there, the
Do I
druids,
Are
recognize
these
any?
wizards?
Because I would have studied in
those
school, right?
guys. So you see the alligator-looking thing.
Right.
The blue in groups of 3 behind him are wizards,
Mm-hmm.
and in
Okay.
between the wizards, in between the wizards and on the other side, those are druids.
Got it.
And then you've got big ass
Whatever these
constructs
dudes
in the
are.
very front line. These are the ballista men.
Right.
Do I recognize any of those wizards like by name or any of the druids?
You don't recognize them by name. There's a few in there that have been around for a while, and you know that they are well versed in combat magic. That's why they're here. With the elves lack in troops, they gain in battle magic, range.
Oh yeah, these 6 dudes could cast fireball and like this entire left side's gone.
Yeah, with that many
GG's,
wizards.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to see if they'll come talk to me. I mean, so I'm trying to draw them out.
They will not leave their spots right now. They're confused.
Talk
You're
to the
there,
alligator.
but they will not. They will not leave their spots.
Will the constructs allow me to approach? I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
And then I'll go with him.
Okay.
My brothers and sisters, we do not need this to end in bloodshed far too long. As I hold up my arm that they probably know the legend of, right?
Oh,
I have lost personally as your prince to the doings of my father.
the elf in the armor next to the steel construct, the bright blue armor, pulls her helm off and looks directly at you.
Dennis,
And-
number one question that's the most important thing to Kyrus right now is A, how hot is she?
Yeah.
Pretty hot for your half sister.
Oh,
Let's go. Dennis, but that only makes it half awkward.
Not stepsister.
So she pulls her helm off and sets it to her side and looks at you and said, "You're prince no more. You fled. Father has disowned you. Go back with your trash. You are no longer welcome into the Elven nation." And she says it all in Elvish.
Well, she sounds lovely.
I
That's not
understand.
good.
Jodrak understands that and translates to anybody in the other group that doesn't speak Elvish.
Well, Kyrus does, and he's the one that's close to me, right? Kyrus, you speak Elvish
yeah.
now.
Yep.
Yeah, Dennis, I understood what she said. Dennis, I look her straight in the eyes, hold the sword up, push the white cloak off, and in Elvish, as loud as I can say, "Then by rights of the kingdom, I challenge King Comden to single combat."
You go rest in your camp. I'll see if Comgan wants to fight.
We have a camp.
I'm also wielding the Trident of Fish Command right now towards my
They're
sister.
all fish.
I have earned my place.
You have
In this
lost your place the minute you chose not to stand next to Father, but you chose to stand against him.
Oh, Father's an idiot.
Azula, Zuko
Yeah, I totally say
that.
And she goes, "I will go and
What
see
time
if
of day is
Father-"
it, Dennis?
What's that?
What time
Midday.
of day is it?
Midday
Midday?
right now.
And I'm also going to ask my sister, what has Father ever done for you?
Ooh, got her.
I am now general of
Yeah,
his
I was
troops.
gonna say, put her at the head of a giant army.
So
Cast
he gave you
polymorph.
responsibility to death.
Yeah, polymorph her right now while her guard's down.
Polymorpher, dude.
She's so funny.
You're a chicken.
All of a sudden, the war begins.
Oh, you're a general, huh? General Chicken.
General So's.
Mm-hmm.
No, because we've got a lot of casters on that other side. That would only end very badly.
I mean, there's and all of them could just cast Dispel really fast. It would be over quickly.
They have options.
So, Dennis, I'll sheathe my sword.
Uh-huh.
Would you prefer that we return in the morning to receive your answer?
Oh, good.
Sure.
Yeah, stall for time.
Sure. Then it is settled. We will see you at dawn.
And she just
At dawn, we plan.
I just on my heel, turn, pick Xavier up on my dope ass horse, and ride back to my homies.
Yep.
all right.
All right, bro. It bought us at least a long rest.
Yeah.
Sweet nap time.
Also, Kyrus, Xavier's telling you, I'm pissed. Like, this is bullshit. Do I know anything about my sister's background? Like, did she have, like, the easygoing time with my dad?
She was the favorite.
Yeah,
This
of
is
course.
the Avatar, man.
It's
Yeah,
Azula.
this is just Avatar.
Azula.
You're Zuko, she's Azula. Only
I know what
instead
we're
of a
gonna do,
fishing
boys.
star, you got a
Instead
fucking
of a
metal
scar,
armor.
you're missing an arm.
Yeah, but boys, listen. We need to get back, have us at exactly an 8.5 hour rest, and then in the middle of the night, we're gonna go sneak into camp and raise hell. It's gonna be glorious.
I'm gonna yank him his.
Yeah. All right, so Dan, let's. I grabbed the wolf pack, but let's leave the field and go meet with General Rondar.
We're gonna go pull a Gideon. Nice.
Good night.
Keep adding syllables to the name. Eventually, it'll sound like it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, do we? We're going to meet with Rondar then.
Yup.
Cool.
Hey, little drummer boy, you didn't have to stop. You can keep playing music while we go in. It adds an ambiance as we're walking.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm drumming along.
Rumpa pum
Passable.
pum.
It's a decent tune. It's not the greatest, but it's decent.
So it's Little Drummer Boy.
So you
We're
guys
tired though.
part and you walk over and a ridge drops down and it comes into an area where you see a camp that's set up. It's a vast camp that supports a lot of the troops. But as you come down, you can't help but notice something that's dead asleep and snoring in the middle of camp.
Dragons.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
A blue?
Well, that helps our chances quite a bit against the elves.
Wait, is that a
Oh,
is that
There's
a blue?
double of us.
Oh, I forgot I put you guys in there. Let me.
Do we
Oh.
happen to recognize this dragon? Because we've run into dragons before, and I'm hoping it's one of our homies.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's Red Dragon Homie.
This one's a blue dragon, homie.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, this is
What color was
gold.
the Dragonborn's?
The female.
There was a red one that I rode.
And there was a gold one, right? That was
See,
It was
I
red
thought
and
he
gold.
Wait, blue
Red and
dragons do
gold.
lightning. I've got. Ooh,
Yeah.
This could be
Hey.
interesting.
Guys, there's a dragon here. Should I punch it?
No,
no, you should not
Ooh,
punch it.
yeah, no.
Any-
Not without its permission.
that's a
Too
big
sleepy for
freaking
punching.
dragon.
You want to ride one dragon, and then you want to punch the one that's on our side.
I don't know if
and-
this dragon's on our side. Who's on our side?
You already punched a dragon. You don't need to
Let's
worry
seven
about
of
talk
us.
to it first.
It's the seven of us. We're on each other's side.
I'm going
Okay.
to greet the dragon in Draconic.
it. Look at you.
Okay.
I wish I spoke Draconic.
And I'm
I
going to
speak
greet
Draconic.
him as, let's see, how do I want to say it? Hello, majestic winged friend. We have met others, red and gold, and made great friends. What are you doing here on this battlefield?
As you get there, he opens up one eye and just kind of tilts his head towards you, and he rumbles and he goes, "I'm here with my human. He's here to squash the elves and the demons. But the battle is going to be glorious." And he looks at you, and then his eyes open up even wider. Elf, and he just puts his front paws down and just pushes himself up.
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Bellows, "Elf in the camp!"
Is he saying this in Draconic or is he
Yeah.
saying this in
No,
common?
this when he bellows it and says "elf in the camp," it's in common. Boom.
Guys, I think I'm gonna have to punch a dragon.
Dennis, I
Ready?
quickly stand in front of him, put my hands up, in Draconic as well. Would you calm down? Calm down. We're here to see General Rondar. I am Lord Kyrus. This is my brother Xavier. We've already gotten enough shit from the elves today. Would you quit it?
And I'm going to tell the dragon in Draconic that I am against the elves, including my sister, who I think is a lunatic.
Yeah, Dennis, like, I would pull my helmet off so he can see my face. Look into these eyes. Would you quit it?
And
You've
he
got to be hungry, right? Let's get your
stops
food.
and he looks at you and he goes, "Lord,
You're Grill Drum, right?
Lord Kyrus,
Yes. My guy.
you've changed."
Yeah, I'm awesome now.
And he
Awesomer.
and he sniffs and he gets right down to Xavier.
Hey, look,
Bite
he's
his head off.
half of Queen's. Like, he's cool. Smell him.
No, he's
Nope,
he's
I'm telling you.
Grungar seed.
Yeah, you're smelling things, man. Or maybe you're not smelling things. You know what I'm saying?
I turned to
You're getting a
Symbiar.
little old.
turn to Simbir during all this. I don't know what they're saying, but I don't think they're communicating very well. I'm gonna have to punch a dragon, Simbir. Get your bow and arrow ready. We're gonna kill another dragon.
I
Nope.
tell over my shoulder, Nenny, it's fine. We're just making friends. It sounds worse than it is.
By the way, as he comes down, I'm not going to activate my gift of the chromatic dragon, but I am going to make my halberd just kind of like lightning a little bit, like like, hey, what's up, friend? We're the same.
That seems threatening.
As you do that, his head snaps right over to you.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not taking a threatening pose. I'm just kind of chilling
No.
with it. Yeah.
and he goes, smells. You've got one of my brethren in you.
Do I understand him? I don't speak Draconic.
He says it in common.
Oh, okay.
Because you're human.
Yeah. Say, oh.
He's actually had many of your brethren in him very often.
More often than I'm sure he
That's-
cares to admit.
That's a joke.
And it's a good one, right?
This dragon knows jokes.
He goes, sits back, and he comes down and just lays back down, and he still gives Avian the evil eye, and in Draconic he goes, try nothing stupid. He doesn't.
Remember, that's my job. I do the stupid stuff. This guy's smart. Way smart. Super
And he
smart.
looks, and then he looks up at you again, Kyrus, and he goes, go to Rondar.
Now look, one last thing, Gildrum. The small one, he really, really, really wants to punch a dragon. So if there's some other dragons that you know of that we could bring to the battle, that would be awesome. And he would ride on them. In fact, he rode on a red dragon whose name totally escapes me now. But that guy was awesome too. And he had a really
Maybe
smoking
would
hot wife that was a
recall the
gold
name.
dragon.
Yeah, Sabian would recall the name. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, do you know them?
Kepisk.
Yeah,
Kepis?
No,
That's right.
no.
No, it was.
Kepis was his name.
Yeah,
I got it
was the
right.
red dragon.
Kepisk.
What was his hot wife's name?
That I don't know. Well,
Gildrum.
actually, I might have
We brought her back from the dead.
Ovray.
That's how
Ovray?
awesome we've gotten.
Yeah, well, technically, we saved like as much of a village of dragons as and draconic
Mhm.
ancestors
Yeah.
as we could.
We're kind of big dragon friends.
I don't understand.
He looks over to the small one and he goes, he better not punch me.
Nenny, he says you can't punch him.
Well, hey, dragon, listen. I've done two things to dragons. I've either punched them really hard or I've ridden them. Do you want to give me a ride?
Really hard.
You could drop him off in battle, and it would be amazing.
I would totally do that. I could ride on your back and you just drop me in the
dump him
middle.
off.
Drop me in the middle of a bunch of people, and
He just goes
I will
punching people.
unload on them. Yeah, I think this is a great idea. Guys, I might like this dragon. We may not have to punch him.
I'm telling you, this guy, Nenny, this guy is awesome.
I'm gonna whisper to Nenny. Nenny, just be ready to punch him in case, though. Okay.
Oh, I'm always ready to punch a dragon.
Okay.
And he
All right.
lays his head back down and he goes right back to sleep.
Hey,
He's
hey, look,
better than
I'm
the
always
barbarian.
ready to
just
punch
keep-
a dragon, just like you're always ready to choke a chicken.
So Kyrus knows
You're
this
not
is Grildrem. He is the champion of the blue. He is the protector of his mother's nation. He is also the general steed. And it's part of the
Rondar rides him.
It's part of the reason his mother has held onto her throne as long as she has, including the Senate's attempt a couple of times to usurp her. But there is also rumor that the general is her consort as well.
Ooh,
Oh yeah!
giggity.
He brings a
I
dragon
mean,
size.
Kyrus ain't gonna hate on that.
How many
No,
how many
I
siblings
respect that game.
how many
I
siblings
respect
did
that
Kyrus
game.
have? Half or otherwise?
2,
Who knows?
At least.
7.
I just know who's the best looking.
So down to the lower left-hand side is where Rondar's tent is. The very
Cool.
that one right there.
We'll head down. We'll start walking that way. And Dennis, I'll be shooting pistol, like, at some of the support staff that's still in camp.
Yeah.
To the tune of Staying Alive.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And you also know Grildram is a very old dragon.
Hmm.
I will leave it at that.
Can
He
I,
Like
sounded
1,000
really
years?
old.
Like 1,500 years?
hey Bram, are you still playing music as we enter the tent?
I mean,
I
the dragon's
can.
trying to sleep. The dragon's trying
Yeah.
to sleep, bro.
I've switched to the mandolin actually. So
There you go. Keep that dragon nice and rested.
As you walk into the tent, you see the general has a map on a table. And it's kind of got the same layout that you guys just witnessed on there, but little figurines that represent each part of the army. And he looks up and he's like, nice of you to finally make your way here.
Yeah, we would
I
have
mean-
come sooner, but we just traveled across several realms.
Fighting demons and getting awesome.
Essentially saving the world several times. You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks over at the wood elf that's there, speaking his mind, and just says, "Don't speak until I talk to you." And
Look, General Rudder. Dennis, actually, at that point, I'm actually offended, and he can see it in my shifting
Yeah.
posture. Actually, General, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to not talk to my friends like that ever again. I'm just going to tell you why. Because we are here to help. And yes, maybe we were a bit delayed in getting here. However, based on what I saw in that field versus what we have here, we probably are going to want to use all the help that we can probably get to help us. Which means
I'm not in a
that,
helping mood now.
well, no, you still are. Shut your mouth. But we're going to treat each other with a bunch of respect so that we don't have to go out and probably go kill all these poor elves that don't know any better just because my dad is a dick. Is that fair?
I'm in a helping mood now.
See, look, it's that quick, General.
so,
What do you need us to do?
where's Durana?
She's dead. This is her trident. And Dennis, I literally, not even with any break, I literally pull off Lady Durana's trident, set it down, and say, she died protecting us from demons. I have since subsequently gone to the 9 hells. These men who stand here with me are avatars of the gods, as I am, for Kyrus. So again, I ask you, what can we do to help so that this doesn't get out of control and sprawl and turn into all-out war?
Can we show off our cool tattoos that we got on that mission to the gods too? I don't remember what it does, and it didn't save on my character.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis, we can just start flashing stuff. Like I could point out Godorak's
I'll send it to you.
crown, my shiny, mirrored, awesome shield,
Hey.
flaming halberds, flaming rapiers. Look, we're a big deal. Okay, look, we're a huge deal. But what can we do to make sure that this thing doesn't get out of control?
Kyrus, I hate to mess up your story there, but wasn't she the demon that tried to kill us?
Lady Durana?
Yeah.
No, she was
In the
killed by
dream.
demons.
In the dream, she was the demon, and she banished
No.
me.
No, she was killed by demons. We saw them, remember?
Listen, I like your story better. It sounds
good
way
story.
cooler. It does sound way cooler, but I'm pretty sure she tried to kill us.
No. No, she was good. Now, Dolly, on the other hand, General Rondar. That Gully guy sucks ass.
I agree
He
with that.
shot somebody.
Well, that
That's
was
accurate.
going to be my next question, but that's because
He-
the scholars are going to be asking about him more than anything
He's
else.
in hell.
Yeah, he's my father's
Literally.
puppet. Now he's in hell. Actually, we saw him in hell. It's crazy. It's a long story. Anyways, let's get back to the point.
So he just kind of looks at you all, and he takes a deep sigh.
I mean, outside of your dragon, we're the biggest fucking deal that you've had in this entire tent in a really long time.
And he sits down, and he just, you can see the stress on his face. The stoicness is left, and he just, there is no choice but to fight. The
What if we just go kill King Kongan? Like I already challenged him to single combat.
problem is it's not the king that you're going to.
Oh, what's he gonna throw out? Like Xavier's smoking hot half sister?
Pretty sure I can take her.
I think that's your half sister, Xavier's whole sister.
Wait, hold on. I'm not sure how it works. All I know is she's no longer on my list because that chick has got some attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And she's your sister.
Look,
There's
it's
that.
mostly the attitude.
As you guys are
I feel a Joe Dirt thing coming on.
all are probably aware,
This is the best night ever.
you being in the nine hells, and he looks at you with a kind of a smirk. Your father is under their control. Your mother has been battling him and keeping that nation at bay. Are the elves themselves dupes to those who are above them? More than likely, the answer is yes. But they're not going to stop because they have a belief that has been pronounced upon them that we are the ones. It's just like our troops have the on themselves that they are the ones, but they are.
Yeah, perspective is interesting. To the enemy, you're always evil.
Correct. And
they think they're justified.
the demons have them thinking they are justified.
Better not just thinking, they believe, which is worse.
Um,
I wonder if there's a way for us to show that the demons are the ones controlling. That would solve
Do you think
violence.
do you think I could solve this with an arm wrestle?
I don't see why not.
I mean, if he'd go for it, but
Rom, I might need those gauntlets back. He is kind of a chicken, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Oh, I can arm wrestle the dragon.
you know, let me get a few of the scholars here. You pose a, and he turns to you, Prince Xavier. You pose a, and he didn't bat an eye. He just realized, nodded his head, and then continues his discussion. An interesting question. If there is a way that we can show the Elven nation that they are under demonic control, there's a high probability they would quit the field.
That's what I'm thinking too. Also, Xavier is more than happy to interact with these scholars, considering he's been out in the world a little bit and seen some of these demons now. Also, one of his features that I don't get a chance to use very often is researcher, which means when he attempts to recall or learn a piece of lore, even if he doesn't know that information, he often knows where he can obtain it.
Okay. The general's measured by two things in his life: how well he wins battles and how many troops' lives he saves, basically. I would love to win this battle and keep all my men alive.
I think the ideal situation, obviously, for any general is to avoid battle if possible. Yeah, win and conquer with absolute no mercy, but if we can avoid conflict and save lives on both sides, that's a win against the greater thing, the greater evil, which is the demons.
Kyrus, this was supposed to be your seat. Damn you for leaving. And he gets up and he goes, walks to the door, opens the flap of the tent, and you hear him just say, and these tents are huge, by the way. They're like 20 by 20. Just big old tents. And he leans out and he goes, prep the tent on the other side for these gentlemen. And he goes and he sits back down and he goes, you all look like you. Well, except for Kyrus, you all look like you've kind of been through hell.
We did say we went through hell.
And he looks at Simbir and he goes, and that man is about to fall asleep on his feet.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Go rest. My understanding is you've bought us a good solid 12 to 16 hours. I'll get the scholars over to you as well. It takes them a second to get here, but they'll get here. Who do we just lose? Oh,
Kyrus.
Win.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Are you sitting there with your arm raised, Nenny?
Yes.
What is it?
Do you have any followers of Idis in your camp? Because I have a feeling we may need their services before we go to fight again.
No, Kyrus is all we have here.
Anybody who might be able to give us magical tattoos?
Let me ask around. See if we can.
Okay. All right. That was it. That was all.
Let's go.
At ease, General.
And he sits back down and he says, good rest, gentlemen. And just kind of makes you're excused motion with his hands.
Yeah, we go find a tent.
Let's go.
Oh, as you walk out, the guard that's there goes, gentlemen, right this way. And he takes you over to the same tent on the right-hand side.
Perfect.
Nighty-night, everybody.
Hey, Dennis, I go in and strip down so I can take myself as quickly a rest as possible.
Hey, Dennis.
Shouldn't
I'm gonna
films
sleep.
get like half long rests?
I'm gonna sleep outside by that tree and lean against that tree at night.
Okay.
Very
And
good.
then-
Like, makes
Well, it's
no
only
sense.
like 1
Well-
o'clock in the afternoon, Dave.
Oh, I thought it was nighttime.
No, that's why we were doing it in a tent.
Okay.
So, let's go in the
I'm
tent.
hungry.
Just get some meditation on.
Let's eat some food
Mm.
and then we can rest.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea, Nenny. Good point. And ale.
Hey, Godorak,
Yeah,
do you think you could make us something delicious?
of course.
Fantastic. How can I help?
You can watch.
Exactly. Godorak whips together a hearty meal.
Before you did that, I gave you guidance.
Ooh. An extra hearty meal.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, some good food. Eating well tonight, boys. Well,
Yeah.
this afternoon.
Well, this afternoon, we're eating a really nice lunch.
Yes.
So we're gonna sleep all day and wake up at night. Is that the goal? And go do cause mayhem at
I
night.
mean, you and me don't need to sleep all night. We can just take a little, take a little breather.
I think we absolutely should.
I think
only need 4
Symbir
hours.
does. Symbir does need to sleep all night.
I need to sleep a lot.
And
So-
in fact,
Well,
our
no,
healer
he actually
should
needs to
probably
sleep
attend
for
Symbir.
2 nights because
To quote Nenny,
he has 2
guys,
levels of
guys,
exhaustion.
guys.
All right. So
Sleep.
Theron, when he sleeps, he'll sleep for 4 hours. Then he's going to wake up, go to the tree. He's going to cast a 5th level spell, Awaken, on the tree, and then go back to sleep for another 4 hours.
Hey, wait, guys. We didn't get any ale. Symbir, do you want to go and get some ale?
Of course, I want to go get some ale. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I'm down.
You take little drummer boy, and you guys get as much ale as you can carry back here.
I'm not super strong, but he can carry it.
He's
carry
got my gauntlets, so he's got plenty of
Yeah, I'm
strength.
good.
Okay.
All right.
While you're
Good.
gone, we're gonna talk about battle strategy, guys.
Why
In
are you
case-
sending away the only one who's been in a real battle like this?
You're gone.
Yeah, I have
You're
some.
getting
I have
drink.
some good strengths of battle. Yeah, I've been in battle before.
Literally sending the 2 army veterans.
I'm sending the 2 who are best at getting drinks to get drinks.
I'm the best at getting drinks. All right,
Yes,
whatever,
we
man.
love ale.
I do love ale. Doesn't mean I'm good at getting more for others.
While
Anyway.
we're resting, too, Xavian's going to, of course, fill Kyrus's ring with haste.
Anyway, we get some ale.
Assuming
Bring
you
it back.
still need
Yeah.
that filled.
Uh-huh.
In fact,
So-
I can cast it at levels. Hold on. Yeah, I can still have 1 spell slot at 2nd level, so let me just make sure.
Oh, you know what
Okay.
I'm going to do too? Are we finally settling down, or are we just eating and drinking?
I think we should eat and drink and
Then
talk plans.
Yeah.
Okay. While we're eating and drinking, I'm going to cast Goodberry 3 times at 1st level.
Nice.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That blows all my 1st levels.
So
Okay.
the way I see this is, Kyrus, you've issued a challenge. Do any of us have the false pretense that they're actually going to accept your challenge?
No.
No.
Okay. So what's our plan? Let's not go in. We for once in our time together have time to plan for a fight we know is going to happen. So why don't we plan what we're going to do? Because it sounds like the dragon said that there are demons on their side.
Yep.
So not only are we going to be fighting elves, we might be fighting we will be fighting demons. They may have dragons of their own. We've seen some scary crap, but I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be full of more than we know. So
And
how do we
those
prepare?
constructs, then I'm assuming I know them very well.
Well, the same ones that we've seen before, right?
The what?
The
The
constructs.
that are on the elven side.
The constructs are. Give me 1 second here.
Because I
they
think
even
they're the same ones that we saw
Them, so-
when Galley betrayed us, like a betrayer.
The circular construct. Is that what you're
Yeah, that
thinking?
one-
The
that
golden
one's there.
compass.
Yeah, the golden. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but these look
That
smaller than that,
terrible
right?
Movie. Thank you.
No, they're gigantic snitches, basically.
Yeah.
So they're the same size as the one we fought. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
so-
nasty.
So they're the same size. One's a gatekeeper construct.
Mm-hmm.
The what you thought was an alligator is called a steel predator.
Oh, that was the one that
one
came.
before?
Yeah, we banished it. It was at the
Oh,
same time.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
I
good
think Theron banished it.
No, I can't do that. I thought it was someone. It was definitely someone else, wasn't me. It
Okay.
was down in the sewers.
Was it
No,
Xavier?
no, this wasn't in the sewers. This was when we fought Godorak's enemies.
Yeah, and Xavian was on. Not Xavian.
Galley.
What the hell? Galley
Galley
was on
was
the
on
bed, like freaking out.
Yep. That's when we saw it.
I thought that was a
Maybe it
sewer
was
out the
Xavian.
door.
And the other constructs are all animated armor sitting in front of everything.
Okay.
Should have kept the.
And the elves really don't see those and think, "Huh, maybe we're not the good guys."
No,
Smart.
because they're the ones controlling them.
lovely.
Okay. So how do we stick together, the 7 of us, in battle, or would we benefit from leading people in the armies to battle?
Listen, I say we stick together. We've always done well when we're as a group.
I don't know if I'd say we always done well, but we've always done it when we're together.
We've always finished what we needed, yeah.
We've gotten through it, and I fear that splitting us apart with a bunch of just soldiers. I mean, none of these soldiers are nearly as tough as Godorak, for example.
Well,
no one's as tough as Godorak.
what? I mean,
So do you want to be surrounded by a bunch of, random foot soldiers, or would you rather have Godorak?
I'm gonna be riding the dragon, guys. Just so you know.
I don't know.
That's
if the
how I'm
dragon
entering.
All of us, but
No, just me. I'm gonna run in, or I'm gonna ride in on the dragon, and I'm gonna jump down onto the battlefield.
We at least need to do some recon to know what we're up against on their side.
okay. So first
that would
things
be good.
First things first. Our lovely friend Kyrus has issued a challenge.
Yes.
And I think that has the right idea, which is to cut off the head of the snake. Now
Well,
this
and
snake,
ideally, guys,
has
I really
multiple
think
heads,
the key.
though.
I think the key here would be if we can figure out how to show the elves that they're being run by demons. I really do. Look, we've seen the demons come through in other battles, right?
But
Why don't we
didn't the
just
dragon
kill
say
the
there are demons among the elves?
I don't think they realize it.
I think some of them realize it. I don't know.
We don't know if they realize it or not. We have to find out.
Yeah. Well, I'm just surmising. I think some of them probably realize it. I'm guessing.
Right. And so far it's a guess. You have to figure it out for sure.
Yeah. Right. I would wager that some of them likely know, but not your everyday elf. If if high elf politics are similar to wood elf politics.
So Symbior, why don't you go sneak over there all by yourself and do some recon?
Godorak, this is brilliant. This is exactly where I was going.
What?
We need recon. We have
Right.
a master spy in our midst.
Exactly.
A master spy.
You
Why
can
don't
even
you
borrow
go
my
and do some
disguise
recon?
kit that I've kept
Yeah.
for 60
But-
sessions and not used once. You can have access
But-
to
Sweet.
Wait, what do you have?
I have a disguise kit in my
You
backpack.
need
I
the
just
rest
saw.
first, guys.
I've got a disguise kit. Several things. Yes.
Either way, he still needs to rest before he can do anything
Yeah,
like that.
well,
How
Yeah.
many?
start 8
Don't you need
hours
a
right
rest
now.
for like
it'll
all
be like
16
dark.
hours?
No.
Nah, just 8.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, because I only rest for 4 hours for a
FYI.
long rest.
Symbior, you do have a problem. You have 2 levels of exhaustion. It
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
2
exactly.
long rests to get rid of those.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can
Exactly.
Even
do it
with
back to
our
back.
healer doing an assist, is there anything that they are
Unless one of
healer?
you has access to greater restoration, no.
Nope.
Yep.
There's no
He needs to sleep for 2 days straight, basically.
2 days straight.
Well,
Yeah.
two long rests, 16 hours. But
If he does 8, does he
Wait.
get rid of 1?
it
I was
gets
just
rid of
gonna
one.
Wait, can't you cast Lesser Restoration?
It
I don't
doesn't
have that
affect
one yet.
exhaustion. I checked last week.
It only greater restoration.
And that
But-
includes
which
if
is
you only need
so-
4 hours of rest, though.
Yeah, but I asked Dennis this last week, so it sounds like I got my answer, which is I need more than the 4 hours
Yeah.
to get rid of 1.
So exhaustion in my eyes isn't something that an elven meditation could actually solve in a
Right.
4-hour
Makes sense.
aspect. It's a little bit more punishing to the elves because they're more dainty, so to speak.
No, and that's
So he
fair.
has to get a full 8 hours for each level of
Twice.
exhaustion.
Twice.
So-
And we have accumulated for ourselves maybe 12 to 16 hours.
So, Symbior, I think you need to go to sleep, and we'll wake you when it's time to go to war.
Sure. And I will do the most
I
recon
agree.
recon to ever recon.
It'll be too late. The war will be starting.
Great. But I'll recon anyway.
So, do we have a backup to our master spy who can go and recon?
We have.
I
How
mean, we
about
have
our
someone
druid that can change
into
into-
animals.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Simdir, would you
Need
just
to
go to
rest.
sleep, please?
You know what? You don't tell me how to live my life. I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
sleep.
Dennis. Kyrus is going to lay down instantaneously afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
JV
gonna try to get some sleep.
Hey, you
There's-
see Simbir just like chug his L, like wham, night, and he goes and crashes.
I'm just gonna look at Kyrus and kind of wink sarcastically and be like, "You want to be the big spoon or the little spoon?"
Heyo.
And then plop down, kind of like facing the other direction, and go to sleep.
Nenny is going to follow Theron out of the tent because
Okay.
Theron said he's going to sleep by the tree.
Yeah, I can rest by the tree because at 4 hours I'm gonna wake up the tree. So I'm just laying by the tree resting.
Okay.
Hey, Theron, you okay if I join you out here by the tree? I'll fall asleep with you out here.
Yeah, just do you want me to wake you up like in a couple of hours? What do you want me to do? Just keep an eye on you?
What? Aren't you sleeping out here?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be up in a couple of hours.
Okay, well, you and I, we'll sleep. I'll sleep. I'll wake up when I wake up.
All right, you get some rest, bud.
Hey, before you go to sleep though, we got to talk a little bit.
What's bothering you?
You died, and so did Godorak, and I know I died, but I'm the least useful of any of us when it comes to any of this stuff, and I've seen way too much death of those that I care about. So you're not allowed to die anymore. Do you understand me?
Oh, little one, don't be so concerned. It was actually good that I died because I learned something. And I pull my shirt off and you see a tattoo of a lady. I showed you this a while back. This is my mother, Ariel. Well, little did I know that she's always been with me. She is my wildfire spirit in Spike.
Your
And
mom is Spike?
I don't understand how, but somehow her spirit and my connection to the wildfire somehow linked up. And I don't know when she died. I don't know it's when I got my accident. I don't understand this. But I would have never have known that if I didn't die. So now when I call Spike and I look into Spike's eyes, I see my mother's eyes. And I know it's her that's watching over me, and it's going to give me more strength. And I have something special for the team tomorrow, and I put my hand on this large tree. We have a new friend that's going to join us in the morning to watch over us. Gordorak thinks he's strong. Wait till you meet my friend. And I'm rubbing the
Ooh.
tree.
And he can beat Godorak? This is going to be good. So, another thing I've been dying to tell you, Theron, is you seem to take care of all of us, even though you do it silently. I've paid attention. I'm going to ask you to keep an eye on me, okay? Because there are things in my past that I know will come and haunt me. Some of it is what set me on this path in the first place. I haven't told you guys a lot of my past, but I have demons chasing me. Mine aren't so much the demons like Kyrus fights, literal demons from hell. Mine are demons that are just nasty things from my past that I think are going to come and haunt me. And in front of Theron, and then he never uses a blade, but he takes out a blade and he removes the hair from his right side and shaves the side of his head. And underneath, you see a tattoo. And you guys probably noticed when Nenny has used some of his initial abilities that it's lit up. But this is the first time that you've gotten a good look at it. and the tattoo on the side of his head is a fist that is encompassed with a flame that's coming off of it. So this tattoo here was given to me by somebody dear to me. He passed on a power and ability that has people chasing me. That's what led me to all of you guys in the first place. And he died, and with his last breath, he gave this to me and saved my life. But he also warned me that this is going to drive me crazy, insane. And I know, I'm already a little crazy and insane, but this is going to be worse. I don't know when or how it's going to affect me, but I'm afraid that in battle, something could set me off. So please keep your eye on me and make sure I don't do anything stupid.
Ninny, you're going to be okay. And we're sitting down. I grab my quarterstaff and I pound it in the ground. I cast Shillelagh. And as I cast Shillelagh, you see a blue spectral flame come out of the staff. And I tap you on each of your shoulders. And as I tap you on your shoulders, I'm also casting Druidcraft. And a wreath appears on your head. And I kiss you on your forehead and say, may you be blessed as you go into battle tomorrow. But for right now, let's rest. And may you have sweet dreams.
All right,
And I hit the staff again, and the flame goes away.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in the morning or night or early morning, whenever we wake up. I'm going to rest now, but we'll talk more about my demons later.
All right, get some rest. As I take my hood and I throw it over my head, and just kind of get comfortable.
All right. So you guys all settle down for a long rest. And as you all start to doze off, you all start dreaming. You're all together. You're kind of floating in the air. You fly by and you see towers of marble, towers of glass. You see boulevards and gardens. You smell pine smoke and incense in the air. You see people, very large people, walking through this city. You bypass this. And as you guys all come and land, it's really weird. It's kind of like you're forced apart, and you are all landed in an area away from the city, and it's a big floating land that has no bridge to the city or anything else, and you all land. This is what you see.
Whoa.
What the hell?
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's pimp, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Hey,
we're
it's kinda
split
like that
apart.
bridge.
Huh?
So you're split apart. You have a group on the one side, group on the other side. You see a bridge construct itself and then deconstruct. You hear noises in the pit and the chasm. To the left and right side, you see the same being repeated. And you guys are close enough, you can see these beings that are there. They have a countenance and bearing of a soldier, but you can feel their glory. They're radiating just a celestial. One being is female, being is male. You see a luminous halo, faint, but they're lit up. And all 4 of them wield great sword held with trimmed in gold. They have white hair and a
Dan, you
tan.
keep cutting out. You might want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they have white hair. It falls to their shoulders. Tan faces, brilliant green eyes. They're lean. They're strong. You can see they're vital. They're the youth, and they're wearing chainmail, and their shoulders are with. They appear to be statues, but they also appear to be alive.
Dennis, do I feel like I have spells, or am I still tired?
You're still tired.
Good.
Interesting. Can Xavier do probably I would assume it's maybe an Arcana check to see if we've entered another plane again?
Sure.
Hey, Dan, do we recognize these as the twins?
Yeah. Good job.
To answer Nanny, yes, and Xavier, you were definitely in another plane.
Interesting.
And there's one set of twins on both sides, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And they do look different, though. One set looks like one, and the other set looks a little different, but they're
Is it
twins.
Novrine, and
They're identical, and you have. Actually, give me 1 second. Do that. So this, the one on the right there, that is a male facing the female. She is facing a male over here who is facing the female. So they're all kind of looking at each other.
Ooh, in a big circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
Dennis, the male that's kind of facing my direction, Godorak and Brahms.
Yep.
I'm gonna druidcraft at his feet flowers and rose petals and things that you would present to a god as an offering. So I'm gonna just all around his feet.
Okay. You get a sense of peace as you do that, and kind of thanks comes into your mind. It's not even a voice. It's just a sensation of.
Then if that's what I feel, I'm gonna kneel, and as I kneel, I'm gonna look at the other 3 and do the same thing at the other 3, but I'm gonna stay kneeling at the first one.
Okay.
As Theron kneels, Xavier will join him in that kneel, just because he trusts him.
Okay.
I'm gonna start playing a little reverent hymn or something as well.
Can I do a religion check to see if I recognize these statues too?
Yeah.
I think we know they're the twins, right?
Maybe demigods, I'm thinking.
So they're the twins. I mean, you don't even need to make a
Called
religion
it.
check.
Yeah,
They're,
we would recognize them.
you've all ran into these guys at one point in time in your life. And
We ate a meal with them, didn't we?
correct. But you've all been involved with them at some point in time in your life. You know their ultimate goal is protection of the world.
Of the what?
Of the world. And you've known that. They have not shied away from that. But it's also in keeping the balance. So there's too much good, they help inject a little bit of evil. There's too much evil, they inject a little, right? They've got to keep the balance in. And
Aren't these the same gods too that sent us on this mission to go find these powers that we've gained, right? They needed us to grow our power.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Xavion's going to just speak out loud vocally and say, we're back here. We've followed the path that was outlined before us to gain the strength that was told that we needed to gain for the battle that was coming. Where do we sit now in this battle as it approaches? Because I don't feel like the battle that we're sitting in the middle of is the true battle. I think this is something leading up to something bigger.
Both figures stop. They're not doing anything, but they turn towards you. And they both step down and sit because there's ledges right that they're on little platforms, little altars, so to speak. And they sit. So now this one here is sitting here. And this one here is now turned and sat. The ironic thing is these ones match.
Do they move in complete unison?
Complete unison.
Interesting.
Well, that's fantastic.
So they're the twins of the twins.
And as they speak, all four of them speak. Prince Xavian, your intelligence is definitely recognized. You are correct. This battle is the first of many to come.
Do you... No, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt them.
Lord Kyrus stalled, but no, his father won't fight him. There will be a fight. Chances are you will win, but you will also show your power to those who you oppose. It's inevitable. It's going to happen either way. Be it tomorrow, be it the next battle, be it some battle in the future. You're going to play your hand, and they're going to know where you're at. But this battle, if done properly, will save a lot of lives and start to tilt the balance back where it needs to go.
Where does the balance need to go?
Back to good.
Do you have any insight? Listen, my sister is on the opposing side here, and she's a bitch. Totes. However, she's still my sister, and many of these elves are my kin, and we take lives very seriously because of our long lives, and we don't have a lot of children inside of our communities. I'd like to know if you guys have any insight into how I may be able to shed light on the demons that are controlling this other side, because I don't believe that they realize how much control is being fed into even my father, who we know is being controlled by a demon at this point. or we suspect?
The battle will show all.
Is there a way to preserve some of those lives in this battle?
If done properly. I will never guarantee, we will never guarantee lives are saved. All lives are saved. You will save a lot. Your sister is no longer who you think she is.
Mm.
The path will be shown to her tomorrow. And she will flee. But as you chase her, it will take you to the place. And they all, and Kyrus, you sense all eyes on you. All of their eyes. They just like, they don't, their heads don't move. Nothing happens. But they're boring a hole into your soul.
I mean, I'm flattered.
It will take him to where he wants to go. But it will also take him to where he doesn't want to be.
Mm.
It will determine whether or not he stays on the side of good or he is swung back to the side of evil. And that is only in your head, Xavier. They stop talking at that point in time, but that is in your head. Kyrus feels like all four of them just bore into his soul, but you got that
Message. I'm going to turn to Kyrus. Well, he's all the way on the other side, isn't he?
Yep,
If there's a silence as they're talking here,
there is.
and then he says, "Guys, did you hear that? We're the good guys. If there was ever any doubt, these guys just said, we're going to help tip the scale towards good. We're the good guys. Just saying."
Nenny, I agree. Good call. Dennis, is it possible to get across this bridge?
Man, it's
Jeff, you run real fast.
a little challenging, isn't it?
Not for Spike.
I'm going to
Hey.
turn to my brethren here and say we need to figure out a way to get closer to Iris. I have some stuff I'd like to tell him before we leave this realm.
Den,
On.
would I know if this is Navreen or Navreen?
Oh, the Nav is female, Nav is male.
I know, but I can't remember if this one's the male or the female.
Can I move to the very edge here, Den, and then use
That's
Misty
Nav.
Step to teleport across?
Hey, Navreen, what is this? What is this liquid?
25, 30. And then so right as the bridge is almost completely formed, I will teleport, right? Using
Okay.
Misty Step, and then make the final 5-step pass.
Okay. So are you trying to time it to where you can catch it as it builds itself up so you do it, or is that
Exactly. Like right as it's building, before it's completing, I'll Misty Step. It should be instantaneous, and then I'll take the quick next step off the bridge.
Okay. Give me. It's going to be an intelligence check because you're highly intelligent. You have the ability to time this, but there is that slight percentage chance of failure.
Right.
So, give
So do
me
you
an
want just straight intelligence roll?
straight intelligence check. Yeah, you gauge it perfectly. Boom. You bamf across.
Okay. And then I'm going to walk up to Kyrus here, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. And I'm going to tell Kyrus, brother, we've known this for a while, but I believe wholeheartedly that this battle for good versus evil is going to fall immensely on your shoulders.
I mean, sounds good.
It does, but it also concerns me because with that immense weight, I worry about the possibility of corruption or targets being put on your back in general. I think you will be at risk, I think, at some point in time.
He's had a
Well,
tough
Yanilla is
full
dead, and there is no other woman even as hot. So there's not a lot of temptation left.
True.
What about your
Let me
half
say it
sister?
this way, brother. I'm deeply yeah, right.
It's gross.
I worry for you and your life in all of this because I've grown quite fond of you as a brother, and I'm super glad that I've met you and found you. I just want to make sure that we get through this and know that I'm here to support you in any way, and I feel the gods are on your side too.
And I love you as well, man. And don't worry. When it comes down to it, I have made you a pledge as to who would rule this kingdom, and it is not me. You're the better
Well,
man for this.
I think we're going to have to lay down some ass whooping tomorrow. And I think my sister's going to be one of the ones that's going to take that.
Didn't they say your sister's
I
not
don't
your
really
sister?
like her.
She's kind of got me pissed off too, bro.
Look,
But I
there's just a
think
lot of demons.
I think she's being controlled by demons. I really
Yeah.
do. And I think Dad is our father. I'm not going to call him Dad. He wasn't there to be a dad.
That
Our
guy.
father, that guy, is being controlled by a demon as well. And frankly, I worry even my mother may be at this point.
Look, we can go to the hells, kill these demons, free this entire thing, tip the balance the right way. And yeah, chances are pretty good that if something really shiny tempts me again, I'll probably take it. But you just caution me about that and we'll be okay.
I got your back, bro.
Hey, Navreen. You said Navreen, right?
Yep.
Navreen, what's that watery stuff?
Ah,
Looks tasty.
it's good, clean water. Why don't you take a drink?
Hey, Simbir, you should drink that water.
I am thirsty.
Yeah,
I am
me
thirsty.
too.
I will take a drink of this
Godorak will
water.
take a drink of the water.
Yeah, and Dennis, Paris is always thirsty.
Yeah.
True.
Heyo.
Hey,
Always
Yes,
the
he
more.
is. Yes, he is.
Simbir,
I mean, she's kinda
how's
hot,
the water
right?
taste?
Oh, yeah. The twins are
Crystal clear.
like they're even hotter than you.
What?
They are the most beautiful beings you guys have ever met.
I'd hit both of them.
You would. You definitely
Yeah,
would.
I mean-
you don't shy away from one side or the other.
Don't discriminate.
It's a
Yeah.
And
party.
they probably let him because this is Kyrus we're talking about.
So, as you all take a drink, you're fully rested.
Sick.
You're at full hit points.
Sick.
Nice.
You're officially level
Swing.
11.
Swing.
And you awaken back in camp.
Same time of day?
Sweetness.
No, 8 hours
8
have
hours.
passed.
What about a
You go
certain
check on
level
baby. What happened when we drank water?
up full rest?
Full HP.
Long
Does some beer lose all of his exhaustion?
and
Probably just one.
Simpier lost all of his exhaustion.
Oh, hey, Den, on this level up, you good if I take Artificer?
Did they get tattoos?
Nobody gets tattoos yet.
No, we gotta find somebody.
Well, I don't get any more spells, so it doesn't matter for me.
You get more spell slots.
I don't.
You don't? I
What?
did.
As a druid?
Let's see.
You should
So-
get a new
I'll
level.
double check.
You awaken. It was the deepest sleep any of you have ever had.
Did you catch my question? Are you good with
Thank
Artificer?
you, twins.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I know where you're going with it. We've already had that discussion.
Hmm.
So
Yep. No
you
additional
guys are
spots.
all level 11. As you wake up, Nenny and Theron are dead asleep outside. Everybody else is in the tent. But you see 3 people walk up to the tent. 2 men dressed in white like Galley was.
Oh,
And then another man dressed as the priest of Itis. Roll up to the tent.
sick.
Yeah, baby.
And because I have to get up bright and early tomorrow for meetings, we will resume next week.
Dope.
You
All
suck.
right.
No, this
We
is
love you,
good.
Dennis.
Excellent. Excellent stuff.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Sorry tonight was very short, about an hour shorter than we normally do. But appreciate it. Go ahead. If you haven't, subscribe,
Provost.
follow. Orvost, Matt, howdy, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
If you haven't, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe there, watch Lore Masters Nook, get caught up. We'll be doing more here shortly. But again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.
See you guys.
See everybody.
Woo woo.
Bye.
All right, boys, I'll be back.